This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, thank you for joining. And today we are going to discuss about Unix. So many people confuse about Unix, but very simple and straightforward. This is not only for ETL testing. If you want to learn any type of technology like Python, wherever, whatever the data science, Azure, anything, Unix is very mandatory. Unix is very mandatory. So why I am adding here, whether you will become a tester or a developer or admin, whatever, but finally Unix responsibilities are very common and you need to know that. Okay. So very simple, but people may ignore, but you cannot. Okay. There are very few questions related to Unix. There are very few questions, but when you go to project, there in the live servers they are going to do data reconciliation or data migration, whatever. You are going to log in with Unix only. So your workplace, most of the companies are using Unix operating system. Almost 40% to 50% they are going to use this. So which means at least you need to know the basic commands. Now you are giving like 4 years experience, then you are not aware of at least basic command, and directly they can consider that your profile is not genuine. So directly it is going to indicate that because you have worked for 4 years or 3 years or 4 years, but you don't know Unix means, you are clearly defined that there is no profile which is going to be genuine. So that's what. But whenever I'm talking with the Unix, you don't need to learn everything, at least basic, what we will do, regular activities in the project. If you know that, yes, at least you can overcome that interview phase in the Unix part. So let's coming to Unix. Unix is an operating system. So I will cover 3 classes for Unix operating system. They will ask 5 to 6 questions in Unix. But I am telling you 3 to 4 classes, you need to know that. Every concept you need to know that. So I'll like whenever I'm giving you commands, don't simply by heart it. Understand that how it is going on. I'll just finish in just 5 to 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I'll cover with the introduction to the Unix. Then we'll go directly into the practical. Okay. So now introduction to the Unix, and these all 3 classes I'm going to cover like Unix part and Unix architecture, Unix commands, basic commands, and VA editor, how you are going to write shell scripting and all, and related to the shell scripting. So I don't cover shell scripting much because you are not developers and you are testers. So I'll cover like basic shell scripting techniques. So with this, you can overcome the Unix related questions and that phase. Okay. So I don't force you to learn this, but it's your responsibility to learn or skip it. Okay. So now Unix is a multitasking, multi-user computer operating system. What do you mean by multitasking? What do you mean by multitasking here? I don't waste my time to ask questions and to get the reply from you and all, because this is very important role and very important valid classes today, because no ETL, no testing people will discuss Unix. Understand that, okay? We are covering and add on here. Ad hoc concept we are added. So utilize in the right way. Unix is a multitasking and multi-user operating system. Now this is Windows operating system, right? Now there is another operating system which is related to Unix or Linux. Okay, don't confuse, both are same. It's a child version for that. Okay, don't worry about it. Still, if you have any confusion like Unix and Linux, both are same, just version configuration. That's all. Unix is a multitasking. So what do you mean by multitasking here? Now, whenever you are watching TV, at the same time you are eating, at the same time you are chatting, at the same time you are listening some songs, you are downloading something. So all works together at the same time you are doing called multitasking. So Unix operating, see now I'm telling you, now we logged in Windows operating system. What I am doing here, I am explaining to you. At the same time, I am showing you something on the screen. At the same time, I'm going to click the button. Okay. So I'm doing some activities here, which means multitasking. Unix is also called as multitasking. Multi-user computer operating system means what? Whenever you are going to log in the Unix operating system, there are thousands of users, lakhs of users are going to connect. For example, your phone pay, there is phone pay application that will be in the server. There are lakhs of customers are using phone pay. That means it is available in the operating system. Many people are connecting, many users are connecting that. That means even when some application will be in Play Store, so many people are downloading, which means it is accessible for multi-user. Got my point? Multitasking and multi-user operating system. So leave about all this, who developed and all, okay? And some people, Solaris Unix, AX, HP Unix, it's a flavor of Unix. Don't worry about it, okay? All are Unix commands only. Now Unix architecture here. Okay, very simple architecture. Just catch the point here what I'm discussing today. Guys, what will happen here, now in Unix operating system, we have applications, one second. So we have applications here. So related, whatever the applications, let's it. So we have applications and we have shells, that is shell systems, environment I can tell you, and hardware and kernel. Okay, there are 4 components here. Related n number of applications are here in the live servers. These are shells which are going to connect it, and hardware and kernel. Now let me explain. Hardware means where all requests will pass. Now what will happen? For example, you are going to create one directory in the Unix. Let's say mkdir will go, like one file you want to display. So there is a cat command is there. Now cat something like t1.txt, that is a text file. Okay. So here what will happen? There is cat command a user from the different applications. Now user 1 is performed one command. Now what will happen? Whatever the user is giving, that will be typing in the shell. Okay, where you are going to type bash shell. Different companies will use different types of shells. Don't worry about it. And you can say K shell, C shell, whatever, SH, whatever, doesn't matter. Only environment, that's all. Now from there, the request will be taken by the kernel, and kernel will pass the request to the hardware. So this is the flow. What will happen? Users will connect using Java, Python, different types of applications, and immediately it is going to connect with the kernel. The request which I'm passing, that user is taking, and the kernel is going to take the request, and then kernel will pass the request to the hardware. But what hardware will do? Hardware will give directly to the user in the cell. It is not going to pass output to the kernel. That is the simple architecture. Okay. So user, and through kernel will pass the request to the hardware. Hardware will respond all the answers or whatever the response will given to the user directly. So kernel is not responsible for the responsive system, only request passing. So this is just simple architecture. Okay. So now, so Unix architecture consists two parts like kernel and shell, and extra will be applications and you can say, and then hardware. And Unix is a shell command line prompt. Here command line prompter. That means it's a command line, means you need to write the commands and it will execute. So Unix operating system is a command line interpreter. It's not like Windows operating system. So an Unix kernel is a computer program that manages input and output requests from the software and translate them into data processing instructions for the central processing unit for a CPU and other electronic components of a computer. So you don't worry about the definition and all. Now let's begin the commands of here. So you need to know the basic commands of this. Okay, so what are the four commands in the Unix? One is application, shell, then kernel, then hardware. But basically two, shell and kernel only. But we need to classify here. So this theory, whether you understand or not, whether maybe just for information purpose I have given to you. So let's go with the Unix commands. So now what we will do here. So now go to Google and you can type like bash shell. Okay. You can go and or Git also you can do that. No problem. Git bash you can download, which is very, very easy. So you can click on this. If you are Mac, Windows or Linux, you can click on it. Now that your operating system may be 32-bit or you can say 64, that you can download it. Okay. So now it is downloaded here and directly you can click on it. It will open wherever you download. Okay. So it is opening. Just click on S and continue. Okay. Next, install like that, and next you can do. So directly it will install. Okay. So now after installing, you can type here git bash. Okay, git bash only. Okay, that's it. This is the where you can log in. So you will get like this. Okay, so now let's work on it one by one command. Okay, so first command. So there are so many commands which we are going to cover it. First command here, ls. What is ls command? Ls command is going to list all the files and directories available in the current directory. Okay, list of files, ls command you can give. For example, so here either you can do anything. So now I am giving just simply ls. Now you can see these are the all files, directories, subdirectories, all things will be there in the folder. For example, if you want to clear the screen, so what you will do, clear. Okay, that's it. Now go and check the where you are now, present working directory. See users and users. Now you can go here and then PC and see, then users, then user. So whatever we are displaying here, okay, ls command, right? Now whatever we are displaying, all this in Windows operating system is like this. These all files, whatever we are displaying. This is we are showing in the Unix operating system. So both performance will okay, but it is command line prompter. That's it. Now again clear. So which command here? ls command. Okay, and pwd command. So if you want, you can write it here like ls command present working directory. Okay. So now what is ls? Now list all files and directories from the current directory in a long format. When file is created, file permission, who was the user, and when was created, like this. Information will be added. So ls minus l. You can see this. These are the, so in our laptop only one Unix operating system. That's why user only one user ID and file size and when was created and all. These are the files. Okay, files and subdirectories, whatever you want in a long format. Okay, ls means only it will display these files, but ls minus l means it's a long format it will. So then again clear. Okay, so which means this is ls minus l. Okay, now ls minus a, display all the files including the hidden files from the current directory. So there is most important interview question, how to display hidden files. Hidden files start with dot actually. So you can see here the dot files, we can call it as hidden files. ls minus a will not display hidden files. ls minus l will not display. Only ls minus a will display all the files along with the hidden files. Okay. So they will ask most important interview question, how to display hidden files. That is ls minus a. Okay. So let's go and see ls minus a. Okay, if hidden files are available, these are, see now. Okay, these are the hidden files. Okay, ls minus a. Now coming to, so capital A also same thing guys, display all the files including hidden files from the current directory. Okay, now creating a hidden file. How to create a hidden file? So what we will do, first let's ls, now Xpresdata is there, so we'll go there in Xpresdata, cd, okay, Xpresdata. Now automatically you can see pwd, present working directory, where you are now. See users, user Xpresdata, this is the Xpresdata cd. And what is the cd usage? To change the directory from one directory to another directory. To change from one directory to another directory, we can use cd command, change directory command. Okay, now you can see ls. Now in Xpresdata folder, these are the files will be there. Now go here and also you can verify in Xpresdata folder. Okay, this is the folder, right? Click on this. These are the files or not? Yes or no? Chennai, Arjun, Delhi, country, custody data. Is this are available or not in this operating system? This is Unix and this is Windows. Now what I am doing here, let me create one directory here. Okay, where you are in, understand where you are going to create the directory. Now creating directory, mkdir, making directory. Okay, mkdir, making directory. So in operating system, we can call it as, in operating system we can call it as, in Windows operating system we can call it as a folder, but in this we can call it as directory. That folder we can call it as directory. Okay, got my point? So now let's go here, making directory, mkdir, let's say test cannot create directly, test file exists. 1 second. Test.1. Okay, test is already available somewhere. Yes, it's available, that you cannot create another directory, right? So test1 is there. Now clear, first of all, you can write it clear command also here. Okay, got my point? So now let's see. Now clear command and ls. Now here first you can see present working directory. Where you are in Xpresdata folder. Now ls you can see test01 is created or not. That is a folder creation here. Okay, I'll tell you file creation and all, just basic level we are going. Now cd dot I want to go one step forward back. Now you can see root directory here. Got my point? So here cd space dot will be going one step back. If we are going cd at the negation, it is a directly, it will give root directory. So let me explain here. Okay, so first of all, sorry. So now let's see. Now I am going cd Xpresdata. Now it is in Xpresdata folder, and cd 10 test01. Now it is test folder. Now check the current working directory. So C users, user, Xpresdata, and test1. So we are in subdirectories here. So let me clear once again. Present working directory. C users, user, Xpresdata, test1. Now when it happened, cd space dot. Now present working directory. So from test1 to testdata, from test1 to Xpresdata. Then again cd dot again root directory. So what will happen? Now test1, then Xpresdata, then root directory. So one step is going back using cd dot. Now let me explain once again. Present working directory. I'm going step by step process cd Xpresdata and cd test 01. Okay. Now cd at the negation you can do directly, it will go to root directory. If you are in 20th subfolder, no problem, but directly it will go to root directory. So that is what we need to understand about cd negation. So when you go to company, what you will do, you are going to create all the files in other folder, means it will be creating so many problems. That's why always you need to check present working directory. Okay, so let me create a hidden file. So where you are going to do, now again if you want to go directly to the major folder, root, we will check that root directory. Let's see, cd Xpresdata, then cd start from test01. Okay, so that is directly you can go, we'll see. Okay, so now what will happen here, we are going with the first, let me create one hidden file. We are going, so where we are now, only we are now hidden files. There are so many commands upcoming later. Okay, now let's see, don't confuse with multiple commands. Let me work with the ls command. So ls, you see, no files will be there. cd, now, cat command is going to use for to create a file. Okay, dot test dot txt. Okay, so control D, you can out. Now let's see ls. It's not going to display, right? ls minus l, not going to display. ls minus a, yes, it is displaying. Hidden file test is displaying or not? How you can make it from this hidden file to not hidden file? That means you can see here there is mv command dot txt2 and then test.txt. Now see here ls, it is going to display. So we are moving from hidden file to normal file. So which using with mv command. mv command is going to use for move from one file to another file. What is the other command we have? Okay, cat command. So there are so much information upcoming like cat command for just understanding purpose. Okay, so now let's see guys here ls with some pattern link. So what you will do, cd dot dot. So now go on ls. Guys here, now I am using which command here? ls command. Then I am using b and k with star. Now the letter which is starting with b and k, those files will display. k.csv demo like this, which you don't like it. Now what you will do here, you can see exclamatory mark is applied. So actually for tester this much information is not required, but still we need to learn. Now see here, remaining all the files which doesn't support with d and k, remaining all files will display. Here only with dk, that's the difference with the displaying the files. Okay, so you can just understand that. Now you can combinedly you can use it also, but not a problem. Now touch command is there. So ls minus l, then a also will do whatever. Now we have touch command is there. So if you want to create empty file, you want to create empty file, that we are going to use touch command. For example, ls, these are all the files, ls minus l, long format. Okay, so let me create touch, then one file that we can say hyd data.txt. But file is created, but ls, where is this hyd? hyd data.txt. Now what we will do, whether the file this file contains data or not, what we will do, you don't open that. ls minus l, that's it. So you will get some information here. Where is that here? hyd related. See here, this is the September 13, 7, it is created. This is the file size. Okay, bytes 0 value. Size is 0. Empty file is created. How to create? Touch command create 0-byte files. Clear? All of you. So for today, what you will do, just understand the Unix and then install that and type these commands. Only tomorrow I will add so many commands. Today first class of Unix, right? I don't want to tell more commands and all. Okay, these are all commands. I am going to here. Okay, you can verify. Okay, guys. So tomorrow I will explain minimum 20 commands, and day after tomorrow I will explain shell scripting, basic command, basic shell scripting and all. Will close, and I will tell you which questions are coming for Unix pattern. That's enough. Okay. So that's all, guys. See you tomorrow to discuss about few more commands. Please practice. Thank you.